I made $875 in pure profit off of a drone, and the deal almost fell apart after the buyer got it. Here's how. Welcome to the second episode of Behind the Flip. So with this episode, guys, I'm going over how I made $875 in profit on a drone. And I'm going to walk you guys through it, what it all looks like, all of that stuff. And yeah, hopefully you can start flipping these yourself too. So I want to go over where this deal came from. So let me share my screen. Let me pull it up here. We're going to go to eBay. I believe it was this. Yep, here we go. So, I'm sorry. Let's go to my tracking sheet so that we get a better idea on everything real quick. So I can give you guys the overview. Okay, tracking sheet, share. So here's proof, $875.18 in profit. This deal came from a repeat customer. Okay, and you can see here that I got quite a few deals from this same repeat customer, right? $875 in profit off of this. I made $100 off of the iPhone 13 Pro he sold me. So 14 Pro Max, I'm sorry, 87, 30, 122, 67. So I made roughly ish about $1,400 from this repeat customer, right? But we're talking about drone today. $875 in profit on a drone, right? So I bought it for 400, it sold for 1,450. The fees were $134.16. Shipping and insurance was $40.66. So let's go over it, right? Let me stop the share here real quick. So, a couple of things. Like I said, this deal came from a repeat customer. Okay. Um, s- and I sold it on eBay. All right. And I'll show you guys the listing here shortly. But I do want to go over why drones are some of the highest ROI items that are out there. Um, this is because a lot of people don't flip them. Number one, right? A lot of people are selling drones peer to peer, right? So person to person. There's not many resellers that are actually buying them or running ads for them or anything like that, right? So I want to go over what I did for the pre-check for this deal, how I verified that the deal was actually worth pursuing. So if I actually pop on over to eBay, there's quite a few different models of DJI drones, right? So let me pop in here to this one. So let me go here and so this one was a DJI Mavic 3 drone. Okay. Now, as you can see, there's DJI Mavic 3 Pro, Classic, Enterprise, Thermal, 3T, Pro Cinema, 3 or 3 battery, Pro drone, like see, and then you got the Fly More combo. So I had to figure out which one this was specifically, and I wasn't actually really sure. I thought it was the Classic starting off. So if we actually search the Classic one, you can see here that it's roughly about the same ish, right? But, I didn't really for sure. So I lowballed pretty hard on this one because I wasn't exactly sure which one it was. Because if it's the Pro, I can't remember if it's the Pro drone. There was one of them that is a lot cheaper. Yeah, see, so well, this is 650. No, it's not that. There was another one that was, I think it may 3, I don't know. I can't remember exactly which one it was. But basically what I did is I lowballed. I was like, look, I don't know how long this is going to take to sell. I got to do a lot of testing on it. I got to do a lot of stuff here. Got to do all the stuff, right? So what I did is I lowballed. I mean, I was also buying a bunch of other stuff. I ended up paying the guy over $2,000 for all of the product, and I've made roughly about $1,300 in profit back, which is a pretty good deal. So, but I checked for the specific model. It took me a while to do that, but I lowballed anyway just to keep my margin. I did look at a lot of sold listings for this. Okay, when I looked over the drone, whenever we met up, I looked for damage, missing parts, gimbal and camera issues, spare batteries. Now this is somebody that I knew, and I've bought from him before, so I did trust him. And all of his stuff was always in really good condition. So and this is one of the connections that you make over time. People that need to sell stuff quickly and all of that stuff, right? The negotiation, we didn't negotiate a whole lot. We negotiated more on the whole deal itself, right? So I made him an offer on everything in total because that's how I do. Whenever somebody comes to me with multiple devices, I just make a blanket offer. I don't break everything down. I'm just like, look, I think I ended up paying him. It was over $2,000. I can't remember the total right now, but it was a good amount of devices. Um, but the drone, I parted it out and said $400, and I feel like that was a pretty fair. Uh, I mean, it was a great offer for me. But you could have split. I could have split that up in a couple of different ways if I wanted to. Um, I didn't have any specific negotiation tactics on this one. I'll just be real with you. This is somebody that I had already purchased from before, so it was a yeah. So here is some stuff that I did. Um, I checked the propellers and I checked all of the stuff, the camera, the gimbal stability. I turned it on. We tested it a little bit and all of that stuff. I did a flight test after I bought it. Once again, this is somebody that I know and I've purchased from before. So I trusted him and I bought from him many times, by the way. So um, gotta love repeat customers. So, but if you are buying a drone yourself, these are some things you want to check: the propellers, camera, the return to home function. It's a big one for DJI. Do a flight test. Make sure the batteries are charging. Make sure the controller connects to the drone. And then this is something that I'm going to be going out at later. Make sure there's not an active DJI account lock on it. Okay, so at the end, I'll go over what happened here. So the eBay, I sold this on eBay. This is where I sell a lot of these types of items is on eBay because it's harder to sell in other places, right? Um, selling this thing locally would have taken forever. I sold it in 2 days on eBay. Okay. Yes, I paid a lot of money in fees. I paid over $100 in fees. I don't care. Okay. I made $875 in profit off of this device because I sold it. That's the whole point. I sold it. I got rid of it. All right. Couple of things I did. So let me go to the eBay listing for this one. That way you guys can see exactly what I did, how it sold, all of that stuff. Because there's a couple of things I did that most people won't do. Okay, because people are lazy. So number one, I put the base of what comes with it first. Okay, in the first photo. All right, I think this is the first photo. Yeah. So this is the first photo. You got the controller, you got the drone, you got the two batteries, right? Then here's this is what sold it. Okay. And the buyer literally said this. He's like, the main reason I bought is because you already had a video. So if I turn this on and like, I mean, you guys can literally see me, like I took a video on my phone, flew the drone, did the stuff. Like you can see me here in a second, literally on the screen. um, Yeah, here it comes. So this is me literally testing the drone out and putting the video in the eBay listing. And eBay likes this stuff, by the way, guys. Like they love it when you put the eBay like stuff in the listing. It's very solid for them, and they do tend to show it more. All right, and then I got close up photos of the wings or the propellers, I guess. Close up photo of this batteries, the bag it came with, the other parts that came with it. I got pictures of the sides of the drone, the name of it, and then just a lot of photos of everything else. Right. So it was 12 photos total. Okay. This in I will have to say the main thing that sold this was the video of me flying the drone. That's the main thing that sold it. All right. A 30-second flight test, guys. This can literally this probably added probably $200 to the sale. To be honest with you. All right. And then let me exit out of this. The listing strategy on this, as you guys can see here, I put DJI 3 drone, Mavic 3 drone with 3 batteries, accessories, and more used video. So this is an AI generated title. So we inside of our Slack community, inside of Recelerator, we have an AI that literally helps you build listings, which is great. All right. now moving on to the other stuff. So the description, right? So we got the description here. This is also built by our AI. You can see here everything that it comes with. It goes over everything, and yeah, that's how that works. Now, here's the kicker. I sold this, shipped it out, all of the stuff, packed it up, did the thing, right? So the seller then messaged me a few days later once he got it, and he's like, "Hey, there is still a active DJI account on this drone. I was unaware of this because I thought because I flew it, it didn't have the DJI account left on it. But apparently you can only fly it so far before it locks you out. I didn't know that. But I was able to fix it. Luckily, like I said, I knew the seller. And I texted him like, "Hey, can you go into your DJI account and like unpair the drone from your account?" And he did it, and it worked out. So we're good. But that was a strong lesson. So, so I don't want to do that again. That's another thing you want to check beforehand too. So, but good customer communication goes a long way, and it saved me from a hefty return. All right, so final numbers once again. Let me show the screen just so you guys are aware of it all. So back to the screen here. So once again, this is the eBay listing, right? I bought it 10/13/2025, 10/15 was when it sold. Bought it for 400 ish. Once again, I just kind of broke it down here. You guys can see like the numbers. I broke everything down by what I figured the price was, um, based on market value and all that. So $400 was paid, $1,400 it sold, $1,450, $134.16 in fees, $40.66 in shipping and insurance. And yes, I do. On anything over like $600, I do insurance now. And then $875.18 in pure profit. All right. So, by the way, I am recording this inside of my Momentum community, so they're going to get access first. So I highly recommend looking into that if that's something that you're interested in, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. But I mean, if you want first access to them, you want to be one of those first people, then make sure you head on over to school here. You can see here I'm live right now. It's in a random hangout. We got 27 members currently in this. It is a 7-day free trial and then $100 a month. And then you get a whole bunch of goodies. You get Buyback Academy, our replay vault of game console classes, marketing classes, negotiation classes. And then you'll be, after your 7 days and you pay $100, you'll be able to unlock all of these as well. And then also you get our Mercury Electronics pricing sheet and all of that stuff. So highly recommend looking into this. This is where I'm going to be recording these moving forward. So if you don't want to, get it later, and you want to be one of the first people to grab it, then I would recommend grabbing it. It should be in the description somewhere below. Also, 2 weeks ago, I actually went over, I actually pull it up here. So inside of our replay vault, I actually went over high ticket flips. I believe it was this one. Yeah. So on how to buy high ticket flips just like this drone. Okay. I also went over a phone call script, but I went over high ticket appraisal. So this is something that I do a lot of is I use Chat GPT to get a quick estimate of a bundle and then like what everything looks like parted out as well. So if you like, this is how I appraise the drone and a lot of other high ticket deals to make good profits like this. Okay. So definitely make sure that you check that stuff out, and take advantage of that, because Momentum is one of the best programs I've ever put out, actually. Obviously, Recelerator is the best one, but this one is pretty good. If you're, if you don't have $3,000 plus to jump into a mentorship and scaling program, so this is a great one to go for. But hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys later.